Hi, I had a meeting with Alejandro Caiz.
No, he's not here right now.
He's not here right now?
No.
Well, would I be able to meet with you?
Yep, absolutely.
Konner, Klassen, ITEC 451 Spine.
Konner, Steve Klein, nice to meet you.
Is it okay if I take a seat?
Absolutely.
So how was your Thanksgiving? Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, yourself?
I did. I went back to Georgia and I had to help my parents with a new puppy, and I'll tell you, that was quite the chore.
Yeah.
Do you have family in Nebraska? Or you live in Brooklyn?
Nice. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, didn't really have to travel, so you had to travel a ways though.
I did. I woke up at about 4 a.m, drove to Omaha, and then took a flight straight down to Georgia.
Nice.
It was really nice to see my family because I didn't get to see them too often.
Yeah, you bet.
So,
all right, Konner, so fill me in here. I don't have a lot of background information, what's going on. Alejandro, like he typically does, just dumped this in my lap. So
okay, so with my meeting with Alejandro, we were looking to be a.
By the way, what do you think of that guy?
I think he's a really nice guy. Personally, I really enjoyed my first meeting with him. Okay,
because I think he's kind of a snake, but I have to work with the douchebag, So I mean, that's where I'm at. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
ITEC 451 Supply, we are a full service plastics distributor, and we sell anything from sheet to rod and film.
Okay.
I know that Nebraska Sign Company is located here in Kearney, and you guys specifically deal with all signage stuff like acrylic, polycarbonate, nylon.
Right.
We were looking for the opportunity to be a secondary resource for you guys, because you guys already have a primary supplier for plastics. And what I
I think they're located in Lincoln, I think, if I remember correctly. So yeah.
Yep. And during that meeting, we just talked about we have routing capabilities. We'd be able to cut down 4x8 sheets to size for you guys.
Okay. That was one thing that was kind of confusing to me, because he at least in the notes that he had provided to me, so that you guys don't have fabricating, but yet you do have the ability to size the.
Yes, so we do have routing capabilities. We're able to cut down sheets to size. We don't have other machining capabilities yet.
Okay.
But we are in the works of purchasing a machine shop, and that should be solidified sometime around March or April, and we'll be able to fully fabricate custom parts for you guys.
Okay. All right. So give me a little background in regard to, again, like the type of plastic and where you're getting, like who's feeding you your product, so right. I mean, I know it's if it's a quality product or subpar, I mean, I just need more information about the actual details of the material that you're using.
Right. So we have 3 really big vendors that we buy from. The first one is Plascolite.
Okay.
We also buy from Cast Nylons, and then we also buy from NCAM.
Okay.
Because Mitsubishi something.
Okay, gotcha.
And when it comes to basic sheets like acrylic, polycarbonate, we have a lot of those on hand. If you're looking for something a little more specific, the lead times do vary, but we would be able to get them for you eventually.
Okay. When you say they do vary, I mean, you give me any type of range here? When it comes to
signage, your lead time, if we don't have it in the warehouse, would look anywhere from 3 to 4 weeks max.
Okay.
If it's something a little more specific, unfortunately, because of the supply chain issues we're having, it can be up to 8 to 12 weeks.
8 to 12. Okay.
But we don't have a huge warehouse right now. Our warehouse is roughly the size of a football field. We are actually looking to move into a bigger warehouse sometime next year.
Okay.
And right now, we have a lot of raw material, a lot of raw sheets in stock right now.
Okay.
I know that your primary supplier for plastics is located in Lincoln. Have you guys have had any problems getting material from them?
No.
Okay. What's the average lead time looks like if you place an order? How fast do you guys typically get that order?
From Lincoln?
From your primary.
From our primary? Usually about 2 weeks tops.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, one thing And ITEC 451 Supply, because we're both located locally. If we have the material on hand in our warehouse, if you place an order before 2:30 p.m., we would be able to get it to you within that same day.
Okay. Even on the weekend?
Not on the weekends, only Monday through Friday from.
Only Monday through Friday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, we just have some, quality clients that, say we have a storm comes through town, destroys a lot of signage, Walmart being one of them. We usually like to try and be as responsive as possible. So, is there any option for any type of weekend service from you guys?
Yeah, so our warehouse operations do happen on weekends. We usually don't do anything on weekends, but I could go talk to the people in the warehouse and it could definitely be a possibility.
Okay. How quickly would you be able to give me that answer?
I get you that answer right after this meeting. I'll talk to my warehouse operations guys.
Yeah. All right.
Do you have any other questions for me in regards to?
Not on that piece. I guess other than just, I still want to drive home the quality of your product, yeah, speed is one thing, being local is one thing, but again, I need to have a product that's going to stand up against the elements, sun, wind, birds, stuff like that. So I don't want to go with you just because you're convenient, you're local, and I can get it same day, whereas, yeah, I got to wait 2 weeks to get it from Lincoln, but the signage or that is going to hold up longer than yours. So what kind of a quality guarantee can you give me there? As far as the longevity of your product or any type of lab testing that you've done against impact testing, stuff like that, to say that okay, this is an apples to apples comparison of what I'm getting from Lincoln and what I'm getting from you guys.
Well, we have a very close relationship with all three of our vendors, and they come in about once a month with new products, and they also show us the product line that they currently have that we're purchasing from them. We would love to have you up at our facility, and you could see the test numbers. They have a bunch of graphs. You can look at the material yourself. It is the highest quality I've seen for plastic.
Okay. How much have you seen?
Well, I'm fairly new. I graduated from the University of Nebraska Kearney in 2018. I've been with ITEC 451 Supply.
So you could see where that comment would really hold a lot of water for me that you just made right there.
I do.
Okay. All right.
But that said, I do feel very confident that the plastics from our vendors are of high quality, and we would love to have you up there so you can see for yourself.
Okay. Well, you feel confident. Now all of a sudden I'm not feeling as confident.
I'm sorry to hear that. What can I do to help you feel more confident?
No, I just need you to be 100% honest with me. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for in a partnership. Somebody who's being honest. And right now I'm getting a little funky vibe from you. So what do you have for clientele? Maybe let's start there. Who else are you selling to other than, obviously we're Nebraska signed, but who are some other clients that you have in the state of Nebraska for one?
So because we're a full service distributor, we don't deal only with signage companies. We've been dealing a lot with machine shops. We do a lot of Kydex for aerospace.
Okay.
But some of the other sign companies that we work with are Omni Signage Company, Bishop Signs, and then Midwest Sign Co.
Okay.
I don't know all of our customers. I'm only responsible for a certain territory.
Okay.
But
what is your territory?
My territory is just Nebraska.
Just Nebraska. Okay.
But when it comes to plastic material, we have more than enough material for most signage applications.
Okay.
And we typically always have that on hand.
Okay. Typically, what's non-typical?
Non-typical, like if a natural disaster occurs, we could run out of material, and you'd be looking at a 3 to 4 week lead time. But
like a tornado or something like that.
But other than that, we typically have plenty of acrylic, nylon, polycarbonate.
Okay. So, and when you say typically you have enough, we are in Nebraska. It is a tornado state, so what's typical again? I mean, I need to have a better understanding, because again, I'm on the verge here of possibly ruffling feathers with a vendor that I've used in Lincoln for 15 plus years. You know, I've got to have a strong commitment from you, what you have available to me, how important am I to you?
Right.
You know, because obviously we get into the summer months. I mean, we could get really busy depending on how active of a weather pattern we have, you know.
Right.
So,
and we really do value our customers here at ITEC 451 Supply, and especially locally. We have implemented a new warehouse system where we typically, we do carry 15% more inventory on hand than we used to, and compared to our other competitors, it's more than they typically have. So when it comes to shortages, we don't have those very often at all.
Okay, all right. Let's see what else. So you said previously though that you carry 30% more on hand. Is that not accurate?
I don't remember saying that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
well, so either again, you're being a little shady here with me, or Alejandro isn't taking good notes. So I don't know which it is, but for me, I've got to have solid numbers, and I've got to have somebody who I can have confidence in that's pitching me a solid, you know, proposal here, not just fictitious numbers or things that you think I want to hear. So again, I'm gonna need some more proof. You know, I'm gonna need to see some reports in regard to like what you keep saying typical. I mean, can you provide that information to me, like in regard to delivery, you know, or you know, of XYZ product or XYZ signage material? I need to know that information, because right now I'm not feeling it.
Right. Yeah, I could definitely get that information for you. And we'd also love to have you at our warehouse so you can see how much of our products that we do have on hand.
Sure. Okay. And the warehouse is located here in Kearney.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yep. And it's up and running right now. I mean, how long have you guys been up and running?
We've been up and running. I can't give you an exact date, but we've been up and running well before I started working here.
Okay. And you said that's been, how long have you been working here?
3 years.
3 years. Okay. Okay. Let's see, what else do we got here? Warranty, what kind of warranty do you have on your product?
We don't have any like specific warranties. However, if we do ship a product to you and it is damaged in any way, then we would give you a full refund or deliver you another product that would not be damaged. Okay.
What is your damage rate? I mean,
for signs, obviously you want them the best quality possible. So anything up to just a small deep scratch would be.
No, I'm saying, what do you in your system? What do you guys usually experience? What percentage of loss based upon however many shipments? You know, is it every 2% of shipments? I mean, where are we at here on this?
That's a good question. I don't have an exact number. When it comes to orders that I've been working with.
So in this day and age, with the technology that we have, you don't know what percentage of your shipments get damaged in shipment and what percentage don't.
I do not off of the top of my head, but I'm sure that we have those numbers and I could get those for you.
Yeah, I would need to know that.
Of course.
Because again, that to me, that's information that I think you probably do know, that you should be able to provide to me, because that's key. I mean, especially if I'm waiting an additional amount of time on a special order, I want to have confidence that that thing's going to show up in pristine condition, not going to, you know, be damaged at all. So, because I can't just keep waiting, because then I lose business. When I lose business, that's not good.
Right. And while I unfortunately do not know the exact numbers off the top of my head, I can guarantee you, because you're located locally,
Mhm.
if you do receive a product from us that is damaged, you would
Mhm.
receive another product within this by the end of the day. I can personally guarantee that for you.
Yeah. So what are your business hours?
Our business hours are 8 to 5.
8 to 5.
And if you get a product at like 4:30, 4:45,
Yeah.
that is damaged, I would personally go to the warehouse and ship it for you.
Okay.
I personally guarantee that.
You personally guarantee that?
Yes, sir.
And I'll have that in writing as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because that's how that's how I'm going to judge your character, for one, which I put a lot of value in that. So I expect you to stand behind your word. And again, you've kind of thrown me some signs here that I don't know how good your word is. So what type of cost can you give me here on your product? What's your typical markup on the product?
Our costs, they're pretty competitive when it comes to customers that we've been working with for a long time. Our markup's not very high. Our markup's usually 10 to 15% for existing customers. When it comes to customers that it's like a one and done kind of deal, we value ourselves for high margin selling. So we try and get at least 30 customers that we don't do business with a lot.
Okay. So what are you going to do for me though? You're trying to earn my business. Am I not mistaken?
Right. And yeah, we would love the opportunity to work with you guys a lot. And for you guys, we'd start off with like a 10% margin with the hopes that you guys would order material in bulk. If you guys ever needed that cut the size, we'd be more than happy to do that for you guys. There would be a little bit of an extra fee just because the warehouse guys are going to have to operate the routers and get that taken care of. When it comes to margin, we'd start off about 10%.
About 10%. Okay. So what if I start using you guys exclusively? We're going to be able to get better than that 10%?
Yep. If you guys started to use us exclusively, the vast majority of our customers are anywhere 10% max. We would even lower that down to 5%. Because especially as a signage company, you guys are dealing with a lot of different materials. So if you guys order that in bulk, that'd be very valuable for both of us.
Yep. And again, weekend service.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to check on that.
Right after this meeting, I'll go talk to my warehouse guys and I'll get an answer for you. I'd assume that we'd be able to do that because we do have our warehouse guys there on weekends, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal.
Okay. Good. All right. You got questions for me?
The only big question I have for you is, are you free sometime next week to come maybe go out to lunch to our facilities? We do have Plasco Light coming in. We'd love for you to sit on that just so I could guarantee you that our product is of high quality material.
Yeah. I'm sure we could probably get something scheduled in.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I will definitely reach out and give you the time next week. Would Tuesday work for you? Next Tuesday?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Tuesday.
What day is that? Like Tuesday, a week from today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that should work.
Perfect. I'll make sure to write that down on my calendar. I look forward to seeing you next Tuesday, and I'll get all those questions for you, and I'll have the answer for you about the weekends.
Okay.
By the end of the day.
By the end of the day.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you.